Find a way to go up 3 in that final minute, and you've seen how Denver ends up scoring so many times. But how do you balance the emotions there of kind of being proud of the effort and the energy, and then nonetheless feeling the sting of the loss at the end?
Yeah, I'm proud of the group for their level of fight and resiliency, particularly not getting off to a great start there in the second half. Our transition defense was pretty bad from the first 6 minutes on, and then fighting back and taking the lead. There's a lot we could have done better, but the group competed tonight and gave ourselves a chance to win.
You said you're not sure exactly when you'll start to get bodies back, but the spirit, can you carry that out of this game as now you start to add a few guys back in and try to reclaim the not necessarily the winning streak you were on, but just that level of play again?
Yeah, the spirit was great. I think it's been that and will continue to be that. And I think it was a good opportunity for a number of guys to play bigger minutes, and Shake in particular, Christian defensively in the second half was awesome. So happy for those guys that they played well.
JJ, people who've been around Austin, like yourself, like us, know his level of competitiveness, but what did you kind of make of his performance and his toughness tonight?
Yeah, I certainly asked a lot of him on the second night of a back-to-back, not just the 40 minutes, but just the vast majority of playmaking duties, and I thought he did an outstanding job. And again, I hate to keep using the word organization, but when we were very intentional and organized about what we were doing, I thought we created some fantastic offense.
When you brought Jordan Goodwin back from this team on a two-way after he was with you in training camp, did you have a sense he could be this player for you?
Yeah.
What gave you that sense? Because there's been a handful of performances.
I don't know the exact date he joined our preseason gym, but what would have happened sooner had he not hurt his hamstring. The coaching staff was all fighting for him.
How's Dalton after the fall?
His back and head apparently are okay. I guess he cramped on takeoff.
Koloko, I think, ends up being like plus 13. It just seemed like he made a difference defensively around the rim. Hasn't played a lot lately, but what did you make of him hanging in there tonight in a tough matchup? And does that give you any confidence as you move forward here?
Yeah, it does. I think, again, Goody, Christian, Trey, we've gotten incredible value out of those guys and love having them in our program.
JJ, you said pregame, you mentioned that maintaining perspective with the messaging, with the group. What was the messaging after tonight?
Just that very, very proud of their fight and the way they started the game and the resiliency they showed to get back in the game. And there's I think the play that Jokic got the and one, I'll take some ownership of that, just because that was a short timeout, and I ran on the floor to check on DK, and then I ran back, and I didn't have time to really get us the right substitutions and matchups that I would have wanted. And that's not a knock on CK, but I just kind of put him in a tough spot, knowing that Jokic was going to go quick. And then last play, just no comment on that one.
It's now kind of, stands in your way a little bit because the Lakers just didn't.
A little bit larger, yeah.
Yeah, it's the one game they just didn't have, as JJ said, shortcutted it. Yeah, right? They didn't have the effort that night.
That's the one, Gator, that
hurts them a little bit.
After you looked at the injuries and LeBron being out, you look at the count, and you really put a lot of emphasis on that Brooklyn game, because that's the one you need. And then you're only lost 3 in a row now instead of 4. So, they'll go to the drawing board, hopefully get a couple players back slowly, and if they continue to play like they played tonight. I mean, we said that
I agree.
It was going to be guys are going to get to measure themselves against, good players. And I thought they passed with flying colors.
And by the way, it's not just getting, like, if LeBron's going to be out for another week or even more, this team can win basketball games if you get those other guys back. They've shown it time and time again, shorthanded, that they can win games. When they get whole and they are healthy, this Laker team, we've seen what they can do. So I think that's what gives the three of us confidence. Now, you hope they can go into this next stretch. You got 4 games at home. You got 4 games in 5 nights. Everyone's been talking about it. You know you're going to get an early start with Phoenix on Sunday, San Antonio Monday. You got Denver on Wednesday, Milwaukee on Thursday. 1 game at a time. Listen, AR tonight, I think if you're going to take some good stuff away from the last couple games, Austin Reeves, it was a short struggle, by the way, but it was a struggle a little bit, as JJ said, when he came back after the injury, shooting 26% through 3 games. That's all changed. Look at this. Most games with 30 points and 10 assists in franchise history. He does it again. And look at the legends on that list. Austin tonight goes for 37, 13 of 26, 13 assists, and 8 rebounds. He had 20 and 10 at half. The only other guy to do that in a Laker uniform since 1996 is Kobe.
Can someone tell me what the James Worthy, Byron Scott combined 3 is? What does that mean? That together we combine for 3?
Together you combine for 3?
That means that's right.
That's right.
That's a duo, baby.
That's right. Who had the 2 and the 1?
He probably had the 2.
I don't know.
That was pretty good.
I just happened to see that down there.
Pretty good. But how impressed were you, just guys, with how Austin was able to navigate the night? Listen, we've seen him as the 1A. We saw it against Indiana when he had the ball in his hands, and he knows tonight's the night where he's got to take control. I love that he didn't try to do too much. He didn't force tonight. I thought he was just flat out awesome.
Hey, on another team, he's the 1A guy. You know what I mean? But with Luke and LeBron, he knows his role, and with Allen, he definitely knows that he's the guy that set the tone.
Yeah.
He's a great ball handler, great passer, and a great shooter, and a great offensive player. Whether he's shooting from the perimeter, whether he's going into the lane trying to draw fouls, he's the guy that you need to ignite that offense. And he did a really good job tonight, getting Dalton involved, making some good passes when he needed to, hitting some big shots. We love the outside shot, but I love it when he decides that he's going to go to the cup too and try to get an and one that way. So he's coming back slowly. Dalton, 32 points as well.
Dalton's
you got
crazy.
2 guys, 32 and 37 points. That's a good night.
Yeah, Dalton stepped up big time. But we said before the game that Austin looked like he had that rhythm back, that step, against Milwaukee, and he just took it to a different level tonight. But he's so creative with the basketball. He's got the herky-jerky. You don't think of him as being extremely athletic or quick, but he gets by everybody that guards him.
And that's the mistake they make.
Yeah, the mistake, they think he's going to be a little slow, but he has enough in his game, in his repertoire, where he can keep you off balance. Because he shoots the ball so well. So, you got to love the way he played tonight. He controlled the tempo of the game for the Lakes offensively. Got other guys